All right, so I've got my new hives in. I've got them painted. I painted them blue because my wife likes it blue. And so I'm gonna change out this one that I caught the other day into the new hive. It's permanent hive. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and change out this other one too, just because I want to just change it out, the blue, and repaint this one. And then I'm gonna add a honey super to that one. I'm actually gonna go ahead and add a honey super to all three of them. You can do it like whenever you want to. It's best to let them get somewhat established first. That way you're not spreading them out too thinly, because it'll be, they'll actually make honey quicker if you wait until they're about 75% capacity inside of the brood box. So let's get into it. So this is the makeshift cover I've got for it. And I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna set this whole hive aside and start building back the other one. So this is the bottom part. It's got a screen on it, that way it can breathe. You can put a plastic piece of plastic in there. What happened here? We got a ton of. There it goes. But it gets really hot here, so I'm gonna leave it open so it can breathe really well. This is the taller brood box I'm gonna put on it. I don't know how many of the frames of I'm gonna be able to put in it from that bottom box. Thing is, I don't know really where the queen is in here. So I'm gonna put what in here, whatever. Typically you got really tall ones, but I may not be able to put the tall ones in here. And we're just gonna see, where do we have, she's probably in the bottom, but she may not be. But you can see in there, honey in there, also pollen in there as well. See, all this up here is capped already. Every now and then they'll get a little bit crazy here, like you see this little
What does that
piece.
mean, it's capped?
That means that it is done. It is curing as honey. Now, since this is where the queen is somewhere in here, in this box or that box, and she'll be in this one. So this is I'm gonna leave this to be as their honey, that they'll live on this. Somewhere in there, they've probably got some, they may have some eggs in there too. I don't see any right off, or larvae. There's nothing on the back side. So let's just put this one in here, and I'm going to decide as I go what I'm going to do here with these. Hopefully I'll see the queen. You can see all the hive, all the comb that they built, but no honey in that really yet. Look at right there. I think that's the queen right there. See her? Right here. See how she's bigger than the others? Like, you look at her compared to others, I'm pretty sure that's the queen. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. You can see where they got some capped honey here, and then some honey. This is so it goes in a couple of stages. They build the comb, then they put the honey in it, and then they cap it. The cap, once it's capped, it is curing and changing from the nectar mixture that they've made into honey. It really doesn't take a lot of time for that process to happen. We got bees on this one too. Alright, so let's look at what the other one looks like. Let's see what this next one looks like. really see anything else on the rest of this. So I'm just gonna set this. Oh gosh, wasp nest. Don't want that. Probably because of it being open. I'm gonna leave that out so I can address that. I'm gonna put this off to the side. That's the first time I've ever had a wasp nest being built. That's actually a dirt diver nest. Hoping to see some larvae in there. So these are, I know that the queen is in here because, see the difference here? You see this, you see these little random little capped cells? Those are probably either drones or worker bees in there. Probably drones. I don't think they capped the worker bees. So this is probably drones in there that are being developed. And let's see. Yeah. All right, you see down in here? If you look, you can see larvae in there. Little white looking worm kind of looking thing. Yeah, definitely definitely. Alright, so we're gonna put that in there. What I'm planning on doing is putting in all the ones that have comb in it, and then if I've got any space left after, I'm gonna put the larger ones in here. But I don't know that I'm gonna have any space. I may be messing up their order here, but I don't really know what else to do. But sometimes you'll see that they'll, and I don't know why they do this, but sometimes you'll see where they just will get a little sloppy with their cells. See right here, their comb. See how it's kind of sticking out right there, and right there it's sticking out too. Now sometimes they'll make a supercell that will be for a queen or a drone or something like that, but that's not what that is. Look how full, look at the legs on that one. How full of pollen. Isn't that crazy? Some orange pollen. Can probably be some dark honey. We got some on. That's from whenever I caught them. And you see how dark the pollen is in there. A ton of pollen collected in there. All right. So I do have a little room for just, looks like 2 frames, the regular size frame. Here's it. Added some wood on the bottom and a screen to these are the normal size, but remember I caught that one, I didn't have a box, so I got a spare now. So I'm gonna get this back kind of structured. So I've got really, it's probably about 50% full of honeycomb, not of honey, but of comb. So I'm going to go ahead and put the honey super on here and the queen excluder. Because obviously, she's obviously in there and making children, making new workers. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so this is the queen excluder. The queen can't fit through here. Workers can, drones can't. Just the workers are the only ones that can. So in there, and that will keep her from coming through. And then I'm going to put honey super on top of that. So, got you don't want, so you can, it's got like a little bit of space and you could stick them all together like this, but If you did, what'll happen is these bees are gonna make a honeycomb all the way on the whole side of that, and then you're not gonna be able to actually pull it out because it's gonna fall apart when you try to pull it out. So you wanna space them out kind of evenly in there. And then also to make it easier for you to get it out, if it's got a little bit of space in there. And that'll give them space to make their comb a little bit more uniform. I know it looks like I'm being a bit of a perfectionist here, but they seem to like that, like that. So this is the inner cover that will go on it with this little slit on it. It'll be facing the same way that the opening is, and they'll come in and out. The workers will come in and out of it this way, in and out here, and then through here. And then there's slack on the cover so that it's loosely fitting and they can make their way through here and come out. Like you'll see that on this other one I opened it up. So, all right, so that one is, well, all right, so that one is done. I'm gonna swap this one out just because I think the blue is pretty and my wife likes it, so I'm gonna swap out this one.
And we had leftover blue paint.
Yeah, we had leftover blue paint.
It is pretty though.
It is pretty. So you can look and see the cover. You see where they're building the comb coming up out the top of it.
Oh yeah.
There's another.
Hey, something happened.
Plan is that I'm going to do this. Okay, so I've got the bees set up into the hives. Sorry about cutting this video short. We were having a little technical trouble. Both my wife and the cell phone were both getting overheated. It's kind of hot today. It's a little bit over 90 degrees, and we're in broad sunlight right here. So it got really hot. So anyway, I moved them into there. I went ahead and added the brood box as well as also the honey super so they can start making honey that we can consume. I went ahead and added the honey super to all three of them because they're really at that stage where they can start doing that. I'm a little bit early on this one that I caught, the swarm hive. I'm a little bit early on it, but it'll be fine. It probably will take them a little bit longer to get where they have honey for me, but you can see that they're all adapting to the box already. You see them swarming around it, and that's good. That's a better home for them. So I got the blue boxes. I like them. They're pretty. These are the bees that came out of this hive, this middle hive that I transferred. They will slowly move from here back into this hive because they know where the queen is, and they will move into there. You can see them cleaning up. See that comb in there? I dropped a piece of comb in there that was off of the ceiling of the hive, and they're going to clean it up. They're going to pull all the honey out of it and then transfer that back to the hive is what they're doing right now. So I'm going to leave this out here, and then they will, once they finish cleaning it up and have moved out, then I'll pick this up and bring it in to get it cleaned up. I want to repaint it. It needs to be painted again, and for my liking, and so I just want to keep it in better shape, and I think we're going to probably do a couple different colors on some of these hives. But anyway, so that's so all three of these hives are doing fantastic. I got two others in my yard on the other end of the yard, but all three of these are doing really good. All of them have got signs of either drone cells or larvae or eggs in them, so the queen is active and working, and I'm pretty sure I saw the queen in that first hive. So everything's going well. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, and hope y'all have a great day.